What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome back to today's video. We're going to be previewing how I think the great LA Chargers roster is going to shape up in Madden 20 with some rating predictions. Bold prediction, they're going to be one of the most overpowered rosters in the AFC, if not in the entire of the NFL. And I think from a rebuild standpoint, from an easy standpoint that also has a little bit of fun, I think they're also a top candidate from the fact that in terms of relocating, they're one of the easiest franchises to relocate. In terms of quarterback, you have an aging quarterback that's still pretty good, but you definitely need to work on getting his replacement. And then you just look at the rest of the team, they're absolutely stacked of players that are well within their prime. So let's take a look at how I think their roster is going to shape up in Madden 20 at release. And starting at the quarterback spot, we have Philip Rivers, who I'm going to give an 88 overall. Last season, 4,300 passing yards, 32 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. He was fringe MVP down the stretch. I'm personally just thinking that, you know, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off. My take that I have with the Chargers is I don't think they're going to, they got to move on from Philip Rivers. It's just anytime I feel like they're in, a spot to win a playoff game or have a deep playoff run, he'll just do something stupid. And I don't know what that is. I don't like or hate Philip Rivers. I'm pretty much neutral on him as a player. I just feel like when I watch the Chargers play, he's kind of been the common denominator. I mean, it's either been Philip Rivers and injuries or injuries and Philip Rivers. Those seems like the two things that go hand in hand with the Chargers in terms of why they haven't really they've never really been a threat to actually winning the Super Bowl. And I don't know if they're going to win with Philip Rivers. My gut just says, I don't want to say he's holding them back because he's still a fine quarterback, but maybe he just doesn't have what it takes to take his game to that next level for them to win and go on a serious run and win the Super Bowl. Running back, we have Melvin Gordon, who we're going to give a 90 overall. We already know that he got I don't know if I can say this yet. I don't know what content's dropped on the channel. I'm recording this a little bit. But in Madden 20, there's a C4 special ability, and Melvin Gordon is the guy that has it, so he's already one of my favorite running backs in the game. But last season, almost 1,400 yards from scrimmage and 14 touchdowns. One of the best running backs in football. He's going to get a 90. Austin Eckler, one of the best receiving threats in football. We're giving him an 82 as he finished with 950 yards from scrimmage and 6 total touchdowns last year. It's a great running back combination here between Gordon and Eckler in LA. Derek Watt gets 70. Wide receiver Keenan Allen, we're going to give him a 90. Last season, 97 catches, 1,200 yards, and 6 total touchdowns. Great slot wide receiver, can kind of play on the outside. More of a slot and a big threat for the Chargers when healthy. You got Mike Williams, who had a breakout year last year. We're going to give him an 83. He had 700 yards, 11 touchdowns last season, and is an excellent complement to what they have here in Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's a guy that can work the middle of the field, a better route runner. Whereas you have Mike Williams, who's sneaky athletic, even though he's not your usual profile for a sneaky athletic type player, and just a beast in the red zone in terms of jump ball ability. Tight end, we have Hunter Henry. I'm going to give him an 85. The video actually I just recorded before this was the Dallas Cowboys were with Jason Witten coming back. We just gave him 85. Same thing with Hunter Henry. It feels like it's been forever since we've seen him play, but his last played, he looked like a emerging superstar. Looked better than Antonio Gates. And now that he's going to be coming back healthy, he's incredibly well-rounded as a tight end. In terms of a tight end that can block, that can catch, he's almost as good as it gets in the National Football League. So we'll give him what could be viewed as a slightly generous starting point of an 85 overall, but he's that damn good. And we'll remind everyone just how good of a tight end he is, I think, this upcoming season. Offensive line, we have Akun getting a 78, Feeney 72, Pouncey 81, Forrest Lamp 76. I'd be interested to see if they're going to actually try to swing him out to one of the tackle spots. And TV 66. Again, for a team that has a running back background head coach, why they're just not really investing in the offensive line is beyond me. On the defensive side, we have Joey Bosa, who we're going to give a 91 overall. Last season, 5.5 sacks, 7 TFLs, and only 6 games. Don't get it twisted. He is, I think, top 5 edge rusher in the National Football League. And if I had to put money on a little bit of a dark horse to lead the league in sacks this year, if it's not going to be an Aaron Donald, I might put my money on Joey Bosa. His partner in crime is very good as well. Melvin Ingram, we're going to give him an 88 overall. Last season, led the charge with 7 sacks and 8 TFLs. In the inside, you have Brandon Mebane. We're going to give him a 79. Really good against the run. They drafted Jerry Tillery in the first round. I think he'll get a 74. Generous dev trait as well. Look at the linebacker core. We have Uchenna Nwosu. We're going to give him a 77. I actually wasn't really sold on him a whole lot as a prospect coming to USC. Prove me wrong, was a great fit for this Chargers defense. You have Denzel Perryman, who will give a 74. Thomas Davis Sr. coming over as a nice veteran presence from the Panthers. Maybe being one of those guys that might be able to help get them over the hump, as he was playing in the Super Bowl a couple years ago with the Panthers. He gets an 82, still really solid in his later years. Jatavis Brown, we're getting him a 79 overall, 97 tackles, 4 TFLs last year. You throw in Kaiser White. I like, man, the Chargers defense is stacked. In the secondary, you got Casey Hayward Jr. We'll give him an 88. A little bit of a down year last season. I don't think he had an interception, so I think I would have had him at a starting point as like a 90. So we'll just have a nice 2-point regression, have him start out at 88. Des King, first team All-Pro, 3 interceptions, 10 pass breakups last year. I remember when he was coming out of Iowa, regarded as one of the top corners, tanked his stock because he wasn't fast, and then the Chargers were the team that took a gamble on him, and since then he's been absolutely lights out. He's an 88. Trevor Williams is an 80. But I think they have the best secondary when it comes to Madden, and it starts here with the corners. At safety, you have Adrian Phillips, nice veteran, but I'm really looking at Nasir Adderley, the rookie out of Delaware, to be a guy that can definitely take off and will be just super, super OP as you develop him in your franchise modes. For whatever reason, if things carry over from Madden 19 to Madden 20, safeties develop a lot quicker than almost any other position. I think Adderley's going to be a prime candidate to be just really, really overpowered from an earning XP standpoint if you let him start right away. So you pair that with the fact that, yeah, Hayward's a veteran, but you have King and Williams here also looking like really good prospects. The secondary's scary. Oh, and then you just throw in Derwin James, who's getting the second highest rating on the defensive side of the ball for any player coming off a rookie year. I'm giving him an 87. His year was ridiculous. Like, his year, he's like a mini, not even mini. He's like still straight up like Jamal Adams, but playing on the West Coast. 105 tackles, 3 interceptions, 13 pass breakups, 3.5 sacks. He's everything that he was hyped up to be coming out of Florida State. Tremendous, tremendous player for the Chargers here. So I think 87 is a great starting point for Derwin James, and probably should be a candidate for a superstar X Factor. Kicker, we have Bagley, 76. Donnie Jones, I think he retired. He's just a punter. I mean, just even the placeholder right now on the Chargers roster. Bag of Bones Jones, just the 76. So there you go, guys. Those are my predictions for the Chargers starting ratings in Madden 20. As always, if you agree to disagree with the ratings you saw today, let me know in the comment section below. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.